The Panhandle's first county has moved into orange on the Panhandle risk dial for the risk of COVID-19 exposure. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, regional health officials urge all Box Butte County residents to monitor for symptoms and get tested if you or anyone in your family begins experiencing symptoms of COVID-19, as that county is the first in the Panhandle to have their virus spread risk dial move into the orange or high risk category. During the Panhandle COVID Unified Command update on Monday, PPHD Director Kim Engel says that county, and an alliance in particular, have seen a significant rise in new cases.
In the past 2 weeks, Box Butte County's overall positivity rate has increased to be above 5%. Cases have increased weekly over the past 3 weeks, specifically 17, 22, and 23 new cases. Community spread of the virus remains high at more than 50% of the cases.
Engel noted that a good number of those new cases have been community spread, which she says makes it more difficult to trace and help get the virus under control through quarantines. The rest of the Panhandle has also been inching closer to the orange level, but the overall risk indicator is still in the yellow or moderate category. And during their Monday afternoon briefing, Unified Command announcing 51 new COVID-19 cases and 29 new recoveries. The new cases include 13 each in Box Butte and Scottsbluff counties, 11 in Sheridan County, 6 in Dawes, 5 in Kimball, 2 in Cheyenne County, and 1 new case in Grant County. The recoveries include 14 in Box Butte County, 6 in Dawes, 3 each in Scottsbluff and Cheyenne counties, and 1 new recovery each in Kimball, Morrill, and Sheridan counties. Through Monday evening, there are 50 active cases in Scottsbluff County, 22 in Box Butte, 13 in Sheridan, 11 in Dawes, 7 in Cheyenne County, 6 in Kimball County, 3 in Garden County, 2 in Morrill County, and 1 in Grant County. Well, coming up after the break, the warm, dry weather continues. Bill Boyer's in with your Tuesday evening forecast right after this on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
New season and new fashion is in at Compliments for you and your home. Check out what's new from Tribal and Charlie B. From light layers for warm days and cool nights to reversibles that are a must-have for the season. Compliments has the style for you. With great looks come great deals. Compliments always has weekly deals to bring more style into your life. Get ahead of the trends and get the new shapes, shades, and colors this season at Compliments for you and your home. 1708 Broadway, downtown Scottsbluff.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Well, not much happening here tonight. Clear skies, quiet conditions. Boring for the weatherman tonight as we have really nothing happening out there. And for the next several days, a dry and warm rest of the work week. Temps are going to remain above normal through Saturday. Then Sunday, things are going to cool down. It'll be breezy and cooler for next week. And some differences in our long-term forecast models. Fairly confident on the cool down. Yesterday, 81 for a high. That's 12 degrees above normal. Missed a record by just 9 degrees. That 41 is actually above normal for a normal low, too. Nothing in the rain gauge. We are still 0 for the month. And as you can see, we just pile up that deficit there below normal as we look across the region. We do have red flag warnings. These are out through tonight at 8 o'clock for the eastern areas of Wyoming, southeastern Wyoming, Laramie over to Cheyenne, Wheatland, and Torrington. Not only are those areas under a red flag warning, but they're also under air quality warnings through tomorrow. These are for air quality concerns out there in southeastern Wyoming as well from the smoke. Now that smoke is filtering out to the east into the southern panhandle as well, but conditions not nearly as smoky as what they are closer to that Mullen fire over in the Medicine Bow National Forest. 84 in North Platte, look at that, 87 in McCook. We have 80s across pretty much all of Nebraska, South Dakota, northeastern Colorado, 72 up in Laramie in the high country. Cheyenne at 78, 81 in Alliance, 84 right now in Ogallala. Winds are much calmer than yesterday. It is an absolute gorgeous day out there today with light winds, and it's going to be a dandy tomorrow. Hopping on that bus at 43 degrees in the morning. Might need a light jacket on your way to school. Won't need one on the way home. We'll add 40 to that, be at 83 on your way home for tomorrow. Beautiful looking evening coming, and it is quiet. Unfortunately, we don't have any rain coming. If you like dry, sunny, warm weather, we've got a 7-day forecast that you're going to at least like the first half or a little over half of it. Lows tonight going to be in the upper 30s to low 40s. It is quiet through the day tomorrow as well. We'll put Futurecast in motion and let it play out behind me, and there's nothing happening. You can't even find a cloud tomorrow. It is going to be sunny, dry, quiet here across all the high plains. As you can see, it's almost like a broken record with nothing happening out there at all. High temperatures tomorrow are going to be in the low 80s, about where they were today. Very nice day coming tomorrow, and we're going to continue that for the next several days. And this is the only downfall. We have no precip coming, and we certainly need it as we're in drought conditions here across the region. A clear night, 42, quiet winds, 5 to 10. Another dandy tomorrow. It's going to be warm, 84. Look at those winds, just 5 to 10. It is a beautiful stretch of weather here through the weekend, at least through the first half of the weekend. We'll stay warm. Thursday looks like our warmest day. We could flirt with 90 on Thursday. Upper 80s Friday. We drop back a little into the low 80s on Saturday. Then that cooler, breezier, windy weather sets in for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Temps falling in the 70s Sunday, even cooler than that Monday, Tuesday, back into the 60s, which will put us about normal for this time of year. We're just that far above normal here to start that 7-day period.
At 21st Century Equipment, we're proud to introduce the new Build Your Own tool. Build the John Deere you've been wanting and see how affordable it really is. Visit 21stcenturyequipment.net to build your own compact utility tractor, mower, or gator. It's easy to add implements, attachments, and view financing options. Build the exact tractor for your needs at a price you can afford, all from the comfort and safety of home, with the new Build Your Own tool at 21stcenturyequipment.net.
At Renewal by Andersen, it's about our people. We're a family-owned local company with the best windows, patio doors, and installation teams anywhere. But before our customers ever get to installation, they speak with our advisors in the office. We're so proud of our people. They're very experienced, organized, and at Renewal by Andersen, we know that our customers' time is so valuable. We assure you signature service from the first phone call to the installation day. Renewal by Andersen, a local family company. It's about our people.
At TC & More in Scottsbluff, we have toys and puzzles for your children, or they make a great gift. TC & More has craft activities, pretend play toys, and dozens of puzzles and games for all ages. We also have the largest supply of Melissa and Doug toys. And we still carry all of your classroom essentials. Remember to like TC & More on Facebook. TC & More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
Welcome back. Scottsbluff police are seeking tips from the public in connection with the apparent discharge of a firearm in the city late Friday night. Sergeant Lance Kite says an officer investigating a vandalism complaint this past Saturday in the 600 block of West 24th Street found a 2011 GMC Sierra had been struck by a bullet to the passenger side of the tailgate. The investigation revealed the incident had taken place the night before around 11:45 p.m. and the victim able to obtain home surveillance video of the incident. Kite says in the video, the suspect of the vehicle appeared to be a light-colored four-door sedan, and a shot could be heard after the car had completed a right-hand turn. Anybody with information about this case is asked to contact the Communication Center at 632-7171 or Crime Stoppers at 632-STOP. Well, some of the biggest conservative names in Nebraska politics are lining up against ballot measures to legalize casinos, which they argue would fuel an increase in gambling addiction and related social problems. Opponents of the legalization measure include Republican Governor Pete Ricketts, former Governor Kay Orr, and U.S. Congressman Tom Osborne, a former Nebraska football coach. Voters will decide next month whether to allow casinos at state-licensed racetracks in Omaha, Lincoln, Grand Island, Columbus, and South Sioux City. In-person early voting for the general election started on Monday. And a lawsuit accuses Omaha police of using excessive force when they responded to protests against police brutality and racial injustice in Nebraska's largest city earlier this year, with pepper balls and mass arrests. The American Civil Liberties Union of Nebraska said Monday it would file a federal lawsuit challenging police tactics. City officials said they believe police acted properly, and previously they had defended the arrests made during the protest because police believed the gatherings had the potential to become violent, and in some cases violence had already broken out. At one protest in July, more than 100 people were arrested, but most of the charges were later dismissed. Well, straight ahead, Shabella Guzman with a check-in on Ag News. We'll have that right after this on KNEB.TV News.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leith Heads.
Home buying is filled with decisions. Neighborhood, floor plan, fenced yard. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home. Home buying is filled with decisions. Square feet, fixer-upper, room to grow. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the FNBO Ag Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
12 U.S. senators, led by John Hoeven, Republican of North Dakota, and Michael Bennet, Democrat of Colorado, sent a letter on Friday, October 2nd, to USDA Undersecretary Greg Ibaugh, urging approval of the National Bison Association's request for a $17 million purchase of bison meat under the Section 32 Surplus Removal Program. Dave Carter, executive director of the National Bison Association, says the bison business has been hit hard, like everyone else in agriculture, with COVID-19.
We ran into a situation where we had a larger than anticipated crop of market-ready animals coming in to be processed. So we started to see a buildup of supply and some real downward pressure on our prices.
The senators wrote in their letter Friday, existing authority under Section 32 of the Agricultural Adjustment Act of 1935 allows the U.S. Department of Agriculture to make purchases of farm products to be used for distribution through the federal food and nutrition programs. Carter says he has heard from AMS, Agriculture Marketing Service, on how their request is going.
And sometime within the next month, they anticipate that they will be making a decision, which for us is very important because we're just starting to come into the sales season for folks that are weaning their calves. And that decision will have a big influence on the prices that those calves will bring.
In addition to Hoeven and Bennett, senators from Wyoming signing the letter were John Barrasso and Mike Enzi, both Republicans from Wyoming.
Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can focus on what matters most. Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can earn more, save more, and do more.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gearing, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gearing at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
And finally tonight, the Gearing Public Library received a sizable donation from an anonymous donor this past month in the amount of $30,000. Library Director Diana Downer told KNB News that the Library Board and the City Council will now decide how to best utilize the money. But she said they really appreciate the donation during these times when they have had to tighten their belts for the past 2 budget years.
We haven't been able to increase our budget. They kept saying keep it at zero growth, and we've been doing that for the last couple of years. So things get put aside. Well, let's wait and see what we're doing. So this would maybe help relieve some of that. If there's something the board should decide that we should be looking at, then we can maybe look at it now.
Downer said although it has been difficult these past several months, they were pleased to be able to offer curbside delivery and limited services. She says it heartens them to know their efforts were validated. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.